Hello, my name is PMA Jellies. I'm a top 500 Lucio main with over 1200 hours on Lucio. Recently, Lucio has received some justified nerfs that adjusted the way his speed works with him and his teammates. There was also a small buff which increased the speed at which Lucio wall rides. I did some tests on both the PTR and live servers to see to what extent these nerfs have on Lucio's movement. Here are the results. The first test uses the speed song while wall riding. The PTR got 15.75 seconds, while it took 17.25 seconds on the live servers. This makes sense because 17.25 divided by 15.75 is 1.095, or about a 10% increase. The second experiment was similar to the first but with heal song. PTR took about 18 seconds while live servers took 21.3 seconds. 21.3 divided by 18 is 1.18, or rounded up to a 20% increase. Here are the results. In my opinion, these three tests specifically show how Lucio's movement will be affected by the next patch. When playing Lucio, it is rare for you to constantly be wall riding as seen in the first two tests. The PTR patch will lower his overall speed, especially for engaging onto the enemy or coming back from spawn. The buff to his wall riding is very minuscule and does not make up for his loss in speed with the nerfs. The reason the speed amp and amp rollout was 7% slower on PTR is because of the 20% reduction on amp speed and the 10% reduction on speed song. The amp speed nerf makes it slower for Lucio to gain his max speed. Also, with the speed song rollout being 6% slower, this is due to the initial speed Lucio has while starting his rollout being 10% slower, meaning he will need to do more wall rides to reach that max speed threshold. The healing rollout shows that you are faster when heals is on, but this does not help when you want to aggro an enemy who is low health or while coming back from spawn. Finally, this test further shows the drastic change in which Lucio will be able to speed his teammates. A 20% decrease in amp really shows here, with an average of being 15% lower on PTR than on the live servers. I am not sure how these statistics will change the meta. Maybe this change will make goats too slow to swarm the enemy Reinhardt, especially with the addition of Baptiste, who can make Rein immune long enough for amp to wear off. I do think though, if this PTR does kill goats, then Lucio will be more effective as a heal bot than as an aggro support. I think a good change they could make is having offensive assists add more to his ult charge, like for example 5%, since right now the only way to really gain ult charge is healing while doing poke damage. Thanks for watching.